Have you ever wondered why sometimes, even after moments of passion, there's a deep feeling of emptiness that nothing seems to fill? It's like the desire you feel is not just about the physical, it's something more. Sexual desire is not ordinary. It's a spiritual call, a message from within that your body is not made for simple pleasure alone. Your body is not a prison, or just a tool for satisfying urges. It is a sacred temple, a holy place designed for something far greater than what the world usually shows us. When you think about it this way, it changes everything. Maybe you've experienced moments where casual sex or meaningless encounters left you feeling hollow, confused, or even disconnected from yourself. This is not unusual. In fact, it is a sign that your body and spirit are tuned to a higher frequency, that you are chosen for a purpose beyond what most people understand. This feeling of emptiness is not a punishment, but a kind of protection. Your inner self knows that ordinary connections do not serve your deeper truth. It's a quiet invitation to look deeper, to recognize that your desire is not just about satisfying a craving, but about honoring the sacredness within you. Take a moment now and think about your own experiences with desire and connection. How often have you felt a longing that goes beyond the physical? Have you noticed times when even the most exciting moments left you feeling disconnected instead of fulfilled? These are clues. They are gentle reminders that your body is calling for something sacred, something meaningful, and that your soul is waiting for a connection that matches your true worth. This is your invitation to honor your body as a sacred temple, to listen to the quiet voice inside you that knows you were made for more than ordinary love. If this feels true to you, keep listening, because what follows will help you understand the deeper meaning behind your desire. When we begin to see our bodies not just as flesh and bone, but as sacred homes for something far greater, the spirit, or the divine presence, everything changes. Your body is not just a machine made to experience pleasure or satisfy basic needs. It is a holy household, a temple carefully prepared to hold something powerful, something eternal. This idea might seem new or even strange at first, especially when the world around us often treats sex and the body as simply physical, casual, or even trivial. But there is a deeper truth. Your body was consecrated, set apart from the very beginning, from the moment you were formed in your mother's womb. You were made to be more than just flesh. You were made to be a living portal, a gateway through which healing and revelation flow, connecting your soul to higher realms. The way most people understand sex is limited to pleasure or desire. Sometimes, even guilt or shame. The world tells us it is just about satisfying urges or finding temporary happiness. But for those who carry a spiritual mission, sex is much more than that. It is about vibrational purity, a state where body, soul, and spirit align in harmony. When sex is seen this way, it is not just an act. It becomes a sacred mission, a way to connect deeply with ourselves and another in a way that lifts both to a higher frequency. This sacred frequency is a pure energy that cleanses and nourishes, not something to be wasted or dulled with empty encounters. Because your body is consecrated, it is naturally sensitive to what does not belong to this sacred frequency. When you experience relationships or encounters that are shallow, disconnected, or lacking in spiritual meaning, it can feel draining. almost like your energy is being pulled away or stolen. This sensitivity is not a weakness. It is proof that you are chosen, marked for a higher purpose. It explains why many people who carry this spiritual light often feel rejected or misunderstood in ordinary relationships. They may notice that casual sex leaves them feeling tired, confused, or even sick. That is because their body and spirit are reacting to low vibrations that do not align with their true essence. The idea of spiritual frequency helps explain these experiences. Just as a radio can only pick up certain channels clearly, your body and soul can only connect deeply with energies that match your own. When you are close to someone who vibrates on the same level, who respects and honors the sacredness of your body, there is a sense of harmony, peace, and true connection. But when the frequency is off, when the energy is not aligned, it creates imbalance and dissonance. This is why intimacy for the chosen ones is not just about physical touch or passion. It is about meeting at a soul level, sharing an energy that heals, uplifts, and reveals deeper truths. Your body, consecrated and sacred, recognizes this immediately. Understanding this is key to accepting your own experiences of feeling different, or why some relationships leave you empty, while others seem to nourish your very being. It is not about being hard to please or closed off. It is about honoring the sacred temple that you are, protecting your spiritual energy, and waiting for the connections that are meant to help you grow and shine. Your body was made for this sacred purpose, and recognizing its holiness is the first step toward living a life that truly honors the temple you carry within. When sex is approached without meaning or purpose, it often leaves a strange emptiness behind, a hollow feeling that can be confusing and painful. Many people expect that after sex they should feel happy, satisfied, or even closer to someone else. But for those whose bodies are sacred temples, meant for a higher purpose, ordinary or casual sex can create the opposite effect. Instead of fulfillment, there is a sense of emptiness, like something important was missing. This happens because in these moments the soul and body become disconnected. The body may be present, but the deeper parts of ourselves, the soul and spirit, are left out of the experience. When that sacred connection is broken, it creates spiritual dissonance, a kind of disharmony inside that is felt deeply, even if we don't always understand why. The body of a chosen one, someone who carries a special mission or spiritual calling, reacts strongly to this disconnection. It naturally rejects anything that doesn't align with its true purpose or spiritual code. This rejection is not a punishment or a flaw, but rather a form of protection. It is like an inner alarm system, signaling that something is out of balance and not right for us. When the body senses this misalignment, it sends messages that are both emotional and physical. You might feel tired or drained after an encounter that had no real depth. You could also experience feelings of guilt or shame, even if you don't fully understand why. There might be a quiet sadness or numbness, as if a part of you has been left behind, disconnected, and lost. This disconnect can look different for everyone. Some people might notice they lose energy or motivation, while others feel anxious or restless. Sometimes the emptiness comes with a deep longing for something more, something real and true that casual moments just can't provide. This is because your body and spirit were never meant to be separated during intimacy. When sex happens without respect, meaning, or connection, it goes against the sacred purpose your body holds. Your soul knows this, and that knowledge causes discomfort. It is not your fault or a sign that you are broken. Instead, it shows that you are aware on a deeper level. Your spirit is protecting you by telling you what is right and what is not. Understanding this can change the way you see your own experiences. The emptiness after casual sex is not a failure or a weakness. It is a signal that your sacred temple needs something more. It is asking you to honor yourself and wait for connections that are healing, true, and aligned with your spiritual path. This awareness is a gift, even if it sometimes feels difficult. It guides you toward relationships that respect your body and soul, helping you avoid those that leave you feeling lost or drained. Recognizing this is the first step to reclaiming your power and honoring the sacredness of your desire and your body. So when you feel this emptiness, remember it is not a curse or a mistake. It is your body's way of saying, I am more than this. I was made for something greater. This understanding invites you to be gentle with yourself and to listen closely to the deeper call within, a call that asks for connection, purpose, and sacred love. In this way, the emptiness becomes a doorway, opening you to a new way of living and loving that truly honors the temple you are. What many don't realize is that sexual desire for those who are chosen is not just a simple craving or physical. It is actually a kind of divine code, a spiritual calling written deep inside the soul. This code is much more than the body wanting pleasure. It is a message from the spirit, a signal that connects desire to a higher mission and the unique frequency of your soul. When this code is honored, desire becomes a powerful force that guides you toward relationships and experiences that uplift and heal. It is not random or meaningless, but a meaningful part of your spiritual path. However, when this sacred code meets shallow or non-aligned relationships, those that lack depth, respect, or true connection, a conflict happens inside. It's like trying to play a beautiful song on a broken instrument. The message inside you wants to sing something pure and high, but the situation pulls you down into noise and chaos. This clash creates confusion because part of you feels drawn to connection, yet another part knows something is wrong. You might feel mental fog, emotional pain, or spiritual tiredness. These feelings are not just in your head. They come from this deep inner struggle between what your soul truly wants and what the situation offers. This inner battle can be exhausting. You may feel drained after encounters that don't honor your sacred code, and your emotions might swing between hope and disappointment. Sometimes you may even question yourself, wondering why you feel so different, or why connection seems so difficult. These symptoms, confusion, anguish, fatigue, are signs that your spirit is very sensitive and tuned into a higher frequency. They are not weaknesses or problems to fix, but signals that you are connected to something greater than ordinary experience. It is important to understand that these challenges confirm your spiritual sensitivity and calling. They show that you are listening to a deeper part of yourself, one that is aware of the sacredness of your body and desire. Rather than being a burden, this sensitivity is a gift that helps you navigate the world with more awareness and respect for your own true nature. It means you are chosen to live in alignment with your soul's mission, and this alignment will bring peace and fulfillment when you honor it. So, even when desire feels confusing or painful, remember it is part of a divine code guiding you home to yourself, to sacred love, and to a life that matches the temple you are. This code is a light in the darkness, a secret map that leads you away from emptiness and toward true connection. It invites you to trust yourself and the feelings that come with your desire, knowing they are part of a bigger, sacred story written just for you. When you start paying close attention to your experiences with desire, you may notice certain signs that show you are one of the chosen ones. These signs are like messages from your spirit, telling you that your body and soul are connected to something much bigger. One common sign is having very deep emotional reactions after intimate moments, feelings that go far beyond what most people experience. Sometimes after being with someone, you might feel a heavy weight in your heart or spirit, as if something inside you is trying to protect itself from harm. This spiritual heaviness is not a burden, but a shield, keeping you safe from connections that don't honor your sacred nature. Another sign is feeling misunderstood or even rejected by others when you try to explain how you feel. People may not see why you need something deeper, or why you step away from casual encounters that seem fine to them. This can lead to feelings of loneliness, as if you are walking a path all by yourself. Yet, this loneliness is part of the process. A quiet time where your spirit is being refined and strengthened. It's like a silent space that helps you guard your temple and prepare for the right kind of connection. Sometimes this inner guidance shows itself through involuntary abstinence. You may find that your body simply refuses to give in to desires that don't feel right. This isn't weakness or lack of willpower. It's a powerful form of spiritual protection. Your body knows that not all encounters are meant for you, and that waiting for something real and meaningful is part of your journey. Instead of feeling frustrated by these signs, it's important to recognize them as gifts. They are proof that you are connected to a higher purpose, and that your desire is a sacred part of who you are. Embracing these feelings rather than fighting them helps you move forward with grace and confidence. This is your sacred journey, and every sign is a step toward living fully as the chosen one you were always meant to be. Feeling alone and rejected after giving your love so deeply is one of the hardest pains to understand. It can feel like no matter how much you open your heart, others don't see the true value of what you offer. This loneliness is not because you are unworthy or broken. It is because your light shines in a way that challenges those around you. When your spirit vibrates at a higher frequency, it can be difficult for people living in darker, lower vibrations to truly connect with you. Your energy can feel too bright or too different for them to handle, even if they care in their own way. This spiritual separation naturally creates walls between you and others. Sometimes those walls feel like silence, moments when no one seems to understand or respond to your deepest feelings. But this silence isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. Instead, it is a form of divine guarding, protecting your sacred temple from connections that would drain or diminish you. It's like your spirit's way of saying, wait for what is truly meant for you. Loneliness in this sense becomes not a failure, but a powerful space where you are being held and refined. It is a necessary part of your spiritual journey, a time when you learn to rely on your own inner light, rather than searching for approval or love outside yourself. This doesn't mean you are alone in the bigger picture. Your sacred identity remains whole and strong, no matter what others do or don't see. Even when you feel rejected or isolated, your soul's purpose remains clear and unshaken. You are chosen for a higher mission, and that means sometimes walking a path that others cannot follow. This truth is your strength, and it reminds you that your body, heart, and spirit are sacred beyond measure. So even in moments of silence and solitude, remember, you are never truly alone. You are held by something greater, and your light will always guide you home. When we don't treat our bodies and hearts as sacred temples, casual or shallow sexual encounters can open doors we don't want to open. These kinds of connections might seem harmless or just physical, but they actually create energetic bonds that affect us deeply. It's like leaving a door unlocked in a place that needs protection. Over time, these unlocked doors can let in wounds and blocks that slow down our spiritual growth and make it harder to stay connected to our true selves. The effects aren't always easy to see right away. Sometimes they show up as confusion, emotional pain, or feelings of being stuck. Other times they appear as trauma that lingers long after the encounter is over. When we don't guard the sacredness of our temple carefully, the spiritual body can become drained, as if energy is being pulled away instead of flowing freely. It's like trying to carry water in a bucket full of holes. Many who have experienced the wrong kinds of unions can tell stories of how these connections left them, feeling empty, lost, or disconnected from their purpose. The confusion that comes from these encounters can make it difficult to hear the quiet voice inside that guides us toward healing and truth. This is why the body's sacredness must never be taken lightly. It's not just about physical safety, but spiritual well-being too. Ignoring this sacred call comes with long-term consequences. When we don't respect the deep spiritual nature of our desire and connections, we risk delaying our own path and losing precious energy that could be used for growth and healing. The temple needs protection, and it's up to each of us to honor that by choosing relationships that uplift, heal, and align with our higher purpose. In doing so, we keep our energy clear and our spirit free to shine fully. After experiencing the pain and confusion that come from wrong connections, there often comes a time when desire itself seems to go quiet. This silence can feel like an empty space inside, where the usual longing and passion just disappear without warning. It may feel frustrating or confusing, like something is missing or broken. But this silence is not a punishment or a loss. It is actually a sacred time when the Spirit is working quietly to clear and protect the altar of your body and soul. During this phase, it may seem like nothing is happening on the surface, but deep inside, healing and renewal are taking place. The silence acts like a gentle cleansing, removing old energies and preparing you for something far better. It's as if heaven itself is closing the doors for a while to guard what is precious, making sure that nothing harmful can enter. Though this time can feel exhausting and lonely, it is a powerful sign that your sacred temple is being cared for and readied for the right connection. It's natural to feel impatient or uncertain during this period. You might wonder when the silence will end, or if the desire will ever return. But this waiting is part of the process. like seeds resting underground before they sprout into something beautiful. Patience and faith are your best companions here, reminding you that this quiet is not emptiness, but a space for growth and preparation. Accepting this silence with grace means trusting that the right connection will come when the time is right. It means understanding that your body and spirit are being honored and protected, so that when desire awakens again, it will be pure, meaningful, and aligned with your highest purpose. This sacred preparation is a gift, even if it doesn't always feel like one. It is the calm before the arrival of something truly extraordinary. When desire returns after the silence, it's important to understand what kind of desire it really is. Not all desire is the same. Some desire is ordinary, focused only on physical pleasure or momentary satisfaction. But sacred desire feels very different. It comes from a deeper place inside you, a place connected to your spirit and higher purpose. Learning to recognize this difference can help you honor your body as the sacred temple it is. Sacred desire feels expansive and uplifting. It brings a sense of connection, not just to another person, but to something bigger than yourself. It feels meaningful, like it's part of a mission or a journey. When you experience sacred desire, you might notice that it fills you with calm strength and a clear sense of purpose, rather than just a rush of emotion or impulse. It feels respectful and gentle, honoring the sacredness within you. On the other hand, ordinary desire is often impulsive and ego-driven. It might come quickly and demand instant gratification without deeper meaning. This kind of desire can leave you feeling empty, confused, or disconnected afterward, because it doesn't align with your true self or spiritual path. It's like chasing a shadow that disappears as soon as you reach it. To help tune into your true calling, try asking yourself some simple questions when desire arises. Does this feeling lift me up or drain me? Does it connect me to a deeper sense of who I am? Does it respect my body and spirit, or does it just satisfy a quick urge? These reflections can guide you to recognize whether your desire is sacred or ordinary. Remember, respecting the sacred code within you is a way of protecting your temple and honoring the spiritual mission you carry. Sacred desire is not just about what feels good for a moment. It's about what truly nourishes your soul and helps you grow into your highest self. When you learn to recognize and follow this sacred longing, your relationships and experiences will transform in ways you never imagined possible. Building on the understanding of sacred desire, it's important to see sacred sexuality as more than just physical experience. It's actually a kind of spiritual technology. This means it's a powerful tool that can open doors to higher states of being and deeper dimensions of connection. Sacred sexuality is not something vulgar or shameful, as some might believe. Instead, it is a beautiful, natural force that helps awaken parts of our spirit and soul that ordinary experiences cannot reach. When you think of sexuality this way, you begin to realize how much power it holds. It's like a key that can unlock hidden chambers within your being, activating energy centers and opening pathways to healing and growth. But with such power comes responsibility. This energy must be guarded carefully because it can be easily misused or scattered in ways that block spiritual progress. Protecting your body and your energy is part of honoring the sacredness within. Sacred sexuality also invites a deep soul-to-soul connection, one that lifts both partners up rather than just satisfying physical cravings. It is about sharing energy, trust, and respect on the highest level. When this happens, the experience becomes a form of mutual elevation, where both people grow and heal through their union. This kind of connection is rare but deeply fulfilling, because it honors the true nature of the body as a temple and the spirit as its guide. To live this way, it's important to treat your body's energy like the sacred technology it is. This means approaching sensuality and intimacy with reverence, care, and purpose. When you do, you open yourself to experiences that bring not only pleasure, but also profound spiritual awakening. Your body becomes a vessel through which higher wisdom flows, and your desire transforms from something ordinary to something sacred and deeply meaningful. After understanding how sacred sexuality works as a powerful spiritual technology, it becomes clear why healing and preparing your body, your temple, is so important. When we carry wounds from past shallow or harmful relationships, those experiences can leave energetic blocks and pain that make it hard to connect with sacred desire. Healing these wounds is not just about feeling better emotionally. It's about clearing the space inside you so that the sacred energy can flow freely again. There are many simple but effective ways to start this healing process. Practices like meditation help quiet the mind and bring awareness to your inner world, allowing you to gently release old hurts. Prayer can be a way to connect with something greater than yourself, inviting healing and protection for your body and spirit. Breathwork is another powerful tool that helps release tension and stagnant energy stored deep inside. Writing in a journal lets you express feelings that may be hard to speak out loud, helping to bring clarity and peace. At the heart of this healing is learning to love and respect yourself deeply. Self-love means recognizing your own value as a sacred being and reclaiming the energy that may have been scattered or taken during past experiences. This is a crucial step because your energy is your power. And when you protect and nurture it, you prepare your whole being for a true sacred connection. Setting clear boundaries is also necessary. Boundaries help protect your temple from harm and keep your energy safe from relationships or situations that don't honor your sacred nature. Saying no to what doesn't serve you is a strong and loving act. It's about creating space for the right connection that will honor your body, mind, and spirit. Healing and preparing your temple is not a one-time thing, but a sacred journey. Each step brings you closer to the pure, joyful connection you deserve. When you heal fully, your body becomes ready to receive the kind of sacred desire that is not only beautiful but life-changing. When you heal and prepare your temple, something beautiful begins to unfold, a promise of divine union that waits patiently for you. This union is not just about two bodies coming together. It is the meeting of two souls who truly understand and honor each other. It is a deep connection where both hearts align with a shared purpose, and together, they move forward on a spiritual mission. This kind of union is rare and precious because it lifts both partners higher, helping them grow and transform in ways ordinary relationships cannot. This sacred connection brings a sense of peace, joy, and completeness that fills the emptiness you may have felt before. It is a bond that feels natural and powerful, one where you don't have to hide or pretend. Instead, you can be fully yourself, knowing that your partner sees and loves the true you. This meeting of souls creates a space where both people support each other's highest good and help each other shine brighter. The journey to this divine union requires patience and trust in the timing of the universe. Sometimes it may feel slow or lonely, but every step you take, every moment of healing and self-love, is preparing you for this sacred moment. The right partner will come when the time is perfect, not sooner or later. Trust that the waiting is part of your growth, helping you become ready to receive the love and connection you deserve. Remember, your entire journey, from the struggles to the healing, is sacred preparation. It is all leading you to a union that will feel like a true blessing, a sacred coming together that honors the temple you have lovingly cared for. This promise of divine union is a light in the distance, guiding you forward with hope and faith. Now, if this message speaks to you, take a moment to think about your own experiences with desire and connection. You might want to share how you've felt, times when your body seemed to call for something deeper, or moments when casual encounters left you feeling empty. Feel free to write in the comments, or simply say your own affirmation like, "My body is a sacred temple." Speaking these words helps remind us all of our true value and the special purpose within us. If you found this message meaningful, consider liking this video and subscribing to join a growing community of awakened and chosen ones who are learning to honor their sacred nature. You're not alone in this journey, and together, we can support each other in embracing the sacred calling within our bodies and souls. Remember, the struggle you may face isn't a sign of weakness or failure. Instead, it is proof of your divine selection, a form of spiritual protection that guides you towards something greater. Your feelings of loneliness, your sense of being different, they show that you are chosen for a higher mission, and that your body is more than just flesh. It is holy, so live accordingly. Treat yourself and your body with the respect and reverence they deserve. Your body is not ordinary. It is a sacred temple. Carry this truth with you each day. Thank you for being here and listening with an open heart. Blessings on your path, and when you're ready, feel free to watch the next video for more insight on your sacred journey.